Greetings, guys. Apollo Creed here, voice of the common man. Hope you're all well. Big love and respect to all my likers, sharers, commenters and subscribers. New and old, yous are the real. Spreading the word of the common man. Big respect and I love you all. So, it's hot today, guys, isn't it? And I mean, melted wax face hot. I'm going to end up looking like Heather soon, eh? With this heat. Deary me, just got in and I'm half melted. Straight up, la. Dear me. So, anyway, this is just a little video about Cumbrian truth, okay? About Cumbrian truth and what's going on at the moment, okay? So, a while back, this guy, when I didn't even know who he was saying he was going to abuse my mother and stuff like that. There's a video on my page about it, alright. So I heard that and I thought, whatever mate, you know what I mean? I'd look into the guy and I started feeling sorry for him, you know what I mean? Had an email off a person as well discussing about him that knows him, some woman or something, saying he's on the Asperger's spectrum and all of this stuff, and could I talk to him because he respects me and I'm one of the only people who'll probably stop him from doing what he was doing. So, you know, I looked at him, thought he had a lot of problems. I know he's done some horrendous stuff in the past. And I felt a little bit sorry for him. You know, I've got a heart as well. Felt a bit sorry for him. Even bought the lad a hotel room, you know what I mean, to try and help him out. But it's getting a bit beyond the pale now, isn't it? It's getting a bit boring. It's getting a bit silly. It's getting a bit immature, you know. It's getting really, really immature. And at the end of the day, you know, I know a lot of stuff about the humble. And basically, I have to shut my mouth a little bit because I'm not getting involved in any legal action and stuff like that. Leave that to other people. At the end of the day, I just wanted to prove a point with them. But let me tell you, Ashley, you know, I didn't give you the information because I didn't want to see anything happen to you, lad, but it's out my hands, lads, you know. You've made a bit of a show of yourself, mate, and, you know, you're sitting on lives and stuff and you're making pony up, mate. You don't know the real truth and it's getting a bit embarrassing, lad. And stop going on about why do people want to get you if you're not telling the truth. They want to get you, me, for calling, you know, like for me, for instance, calling my mother saying you were going to abuse her, calling people's wives like humble, dirty, disgusting names and stuff like that, mate. How would you like stuff like that said about your mother? Or a bird if you had one, mate, you know what I mean? How would you feel about that? Saying stuff like about Christy and stuff like that, mate. Where do you think all this stuff's going to get you, mate? And it'll be none of us or anything like that, you know what I mean? It'll be someone that doesn't like what you're saying when they come across you, like that time when you ran round the car, you know what I mean? And I'm just being honest to you, you know what I mean? But you're sitting there like you know stuff, mate. You know, you're not the brightest lad, are you? You know what I mean? And the stuff you're saying is pathetic, mate. You listen to people too much and they tell you stuff or send you a little donation and you fly with anything they tell you to say, mate. But the stuff you're coming with it's fantasy, mate. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings and that, but it is, mate, and I think you know it is as well, alright? And you're doing it all just to get donations and stuff, begging every night, you know what I mean? When there's real people out there need help. You've created everything yourself, whatever trouble you're in, and I'm not being funny, mate, you've got no mates, you know what I mean? Your family wants nothing to do with you. You haven't got a bird, you haven't got any kids, you haven't got much about you, you know what I mean? Like these other people you're talking about, I mean, you can say what you want, but they've all got that, you know what I mean? You need to focus a little bit more on your life. But anyway, so I was going to help him out. I wanted it settled. He agreed to have a fight with Humble, but he's got no intention of fighting him, okay? I was in the background, things were getting put forward. There was money put up for Ashley, and now he's saying he doesn't want that money and he's going to find the money himself, and saying that his fair play man's going to be Aaron Lambourne. Come on, people. See between the lines and get real with it, okay? The lad's going to get himself in a lot of trouble with people, alright? And he's running around scared and he runs away from everybody and saying he'll fight people. He ran away from motorsports. Motorsports was just there with his missus, okay? He won't fight anyone. He ran around the car and stuff like that. I even said I'd go up and meet him next week, me, in a public place, okay, and have a chat with him. And he can't even do that, guys. He's like, oh, I'd meet you 3 days before the fight. What are you talking about, mate? I was the one who sorted the funds for you. So at the end of the day, just wisen up, people, and get real. And you know, I'm not sure if people who buy into him have a few issues as well, because it's plain to see what's going on. And I was only ever good to the lad, you know, and he's messed up. He's an absolute messed up individual. He doesn't know where he's coming or going. He's talking about he would be set up at the fight. There's never going to be a fight, guys, you know what I mean? So don't buy into it anymore, because I'm not. I'm well away from it, because it's pretty sad that a guy can be going on like that who's got issues and a bit of Asperger's. He needs a bit of help, you know what I mean? From professionals, not by people sitting on chats, egging him on and totally boxing his head. Someone like him will end up doing themselves in, because it'll become too much for them. I mean, the guy's not the brightest, you know what I mean? He goes to a new place and then he's found straight away. Come on now. So, yeah, it's just me saying I'm well and truly out of that. I don't deal in fictitious stuff like that and fake fights that are going to happen. I just try to help out. So big respect and love to all my subscribers. And the guy knows nothing. That's the funny thing. Nothing. Making up stuff and trying to get donations out of it. And the people who must be buying into it must be a bit more retarded than he's acting at the moment. Alright. But peace out, Ashley. And anything that ever happens to you, mate, has nothing to do with me. Alright. Respect.